Hey guys, welcome to Split. Yes, it's another earbud review, but these ones are from Google. These are the Pixel Buds Pro, and TLDR, they tick a lot of the boxes. So if you need to make a decision right now and run out and not finish this video, I would suggest just buy them and then come back and finish the video. Let's talk about why. So yeah, Pixel Buds Pro. Now, Google's not exactly new to the Buds game. They've had 4 of these over the years, including last year's Pixel Buds A series, and that one that had the connector in between that they claim was truly wireless earbuds, but had a wire in between. I don't know what they were thinking. But anyway, these are the Pixel Buds Pro. And like I said earlier, they do check a lot of boxes in the right column, starting with the case design. This is an oval case. Perfectly, not too fat, not too slim, slides conveniently into any little pocket you have on your jeans or bag or whatever. It just works. Underneath, it has a USB-C port for charging, wired if you want that, but it also supports wireless charging. At the lower back, it has a pairing button, which lets it pair to a single or multi-device. We'll talk more about that later. When you take the buds out themselves, what Google has done differently here is that they've ditched the wingtip you would typically find. And they dumped that. Why? Because quite frankly, after a while, that begins to hurt. At least for me anyway. Let me know what you guys think. After a while, it creates a pressure point, especially if you're wearing them for a long time. They've dumped that completely for a barrel-like design. And in combination with the ear tip here, when it sits and slides and you do like a small twist in, it gives you a great passive seal already. Before you even turn on any technical ANCs, it's already sort of blocking you out from the world. So yeah, that wingtip may be missed by some people, but not for me. It's a very firm fit for me. I've tried moving it around. You literally have to sort of pluck it out for it to fall out. So that works in that regard. So what are you paying this decent, I say decent price point for, because we'll compare them at the end to see what the others are doing and what features they're giving you. ANC, which is active noise canceling. I think I've talked about this quite a few, but just in case it's your first time here, active noise canceling is when the microphones on the device receives the sound that's coming from the outside and sends matching frequencies to sort of cancel that out. So all you're getting is the music that's playing in your buds and not the noise of your neighbor's generator or lawnmower or airplane. All those lower and certain frequencies get blocked out for a better quality sound, if you will. And that's what ANC is. And that's here at that price point compared to some of the other guys who you need to pay a bit more to get. And does it work well? Yes, it does. I tried it out on the street, tried it out at the airport. It was pretty good. It wasn't XM4 good. And I would say it's in between XM4 and AirPod Pro good. XM4, there's a trade-off between the barrel in your ear, like a drum in your ear, versus AirPods Pro that sounds like you're sitting. For me, it has the feeling of an airplane pressure cabin. I don't know why, if they did that intentionally. It's quite strong. And not a lot of people like that. I'm one of those people. This one's comfortable. The ANC is not overpowering at all. It's there. So it's in between those two if you want sort of like a scale, which I can't really figure out how to judge 1 to 10. But it's something you have to hear for yourself. But it's good. It's good. It does the work. It works well. What else you're paying for? You're paying for multi-point connection, which those other earbuds I talked about don't do, meaning that I can be connected to my phone and connected to the computer, and I'm listening to stuff on my computer. If my phone rings, my phone is gonna, pick up, it'll automatically switch. Sometimes you can even make suggestions if you're on an Android phone or a Google phone, and sort of try to figure out what it is you're about to do next as you switch devices. I know, Google AI stuff, pretty awesome. So the ANC also lets you test for ear tip fits. In my old video, I used to talk about this a lot, that I think all apps should do this, help you figure out which ear tip gives you the best seal. So you're not guessing. And the app just helps you check and recommends that, hey, try a large one. Your ear holes are too big. Or try a small one, your ear holes or something. But either way, it doesn't say it the way I've said it. But it does make a valid recommendation to give you a better seal for better sound quality. Speaking of sound quality, these sound good. They sound great even. So what they've done in comparison to their older buds, what I've seen them mimicking is, remember when I talked about Sony always prioritizing quality over volume? That's what the Pixel Buds Pro has done. So they're low in overall volume in comparison to the Pixel Buds A I used last year and other Pixel Buds I've used, but they're clearer. And then the bass has been up, so it's stomping your hip hop, Afrobeat. This thing is just in there. The bass feedback is on point, right? So without getting overly technical, this will do. It just sounds great. And when it came out, there was no 5-point EQ where you can actually adjust it. It just had presets. But as Google had promised that they were going to keep updating the software, and they have, because now it does have an EQ. So you can't just choose more bass, but you can just go in and adjust the different frequencies to match, to suit your style of listening. And it will vary for different people. So that just makes perfect sense. And Google promises there will be spatial audio coming soon if it's not here already, and head tracking for this device. So Google's great with their updates. So they're going to keep making this thing better at the same price point, or technically even lower, and I'll get to that in a minute. Calls, of course, you're gonna use them for calls. How do they sound for calls? Meh. That's the one meh I have. It sounds very meh, all right? The noise comes through. If you're running, sometimes you can even hear the wind come through, and you can hear hums. People know that you're on a call using Bluetooth with this one in comparison to some others. I'll do a comparison video for you guys to hear, but not the best when it comes to calls. It's Bluetooth good. It's great. It's good. It's okay. It's not, it's not mind-blowing. You would think that ANC would carry over. But I suspect with software updates, kind of like what they've done on the Pixel Pro where it has clear calling. I mean, you could be standing in the shower and the other person can't hear the shower. I suspect these will probably get there. I'm having faith in their software updates, because when they say they'll do something, most of the time they usually just do it. Unlike some other people who make it worse. But they will do it. These guys will do it. So keep that in mind. If calls is your primary point for buying these, maybe consider another option. But with everything else I've named and all the features this comes with, this is a very strong contender in the sound department. In terms of controls, you're in familiar territory here. And it, again, checks all the boxes, doesn't limit what you can have or not have. Some earbuds don't want you to have a single tap because they're afraid of accidental taps. This will give you single, double, triple tap, a single tap to pause and play, double tap to skip tracks, triple tap to go backwards. It'll give you adjustable hold options, so you can hold one ear to turn off ANC and turn it on, hold the other ear to go between transparency mode and just turning ANC off completely. How is the transparency mode? It's good, it's okay. It's not AirPods Pro 2 level transparency, but personally, I'm not a big fan of transparency because things sound like robots. I think they're just amplified sounds. You can hear things you probably wouldn't even normally hear when you have transparency mode on. I don't know if that's just me. I can hear things my neighbors are saying. It's like a spy device. So for battery life, it is fantastic. It has 7 hours with ANC on, with that's active noise canceling on, and 11 hours with active noise canceling off. That's more than I can say for the other two flagships that are out there right now. And with the case, this thing will do 31 hours with ANC off and about 20 hours with ANC on. So you're covered in the battery department, which is why I said this ticks a lot of the boxes. So, final thoughts. They look good, they sound good, they have enough features that cover the base for what almost everyone's needs, but for the price point, I think that's what makes a good difference here. So in retailing listings, $200, $199. But I bought these for about $150. I'm pretty sure you can find deals $170, $150. And Google keeps discounting them for some reason. I guess they just want them out there. But that's good. That's good. I wouldn't be surprised if they get closer to $100. And even at the full retail value that's listed for, that's already $50 less than the AirPods Pro 2. And what's that, $20 less than the Buds 2 Pro. So again, it beats them on price point. I think that's great in my book, because I'm a cheap guy. Cheaper, the better. Let me know what you guys think about the Pixel Buds Pro. If you have any questions, just leave them down there. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will get back to you. Take care.